Hello, you are living in amazing times, known as the era of transition, when black becomes white and white becomes black, when people are being given their last chance to find the meaning of life, when everything is changing with dizzying speed, and when you, with a foggy consciousness, seek the truth, and having found it, grant it to other people. Man must strive for truth, but he cannot ever reach it. For the reasoning man, the absolute truth is in the search, and only the seeker, that is, the one who overcomes his imperfections, is a real human being. Those who seek answers to the most pressing questions of existence are being offered different possibilities, based on a different worldview, requiring a radical break from their established picture of reality and their place in it, with no guarantee of rosiness or comfort, but only a chance to change, guided by the future. If you determine in your mind to take this path, the new and hard way of cognition awaits you, and on this way you and the many who believe in the very possibility of another way will certainly receive support, facilitating the hard work of awakening and cognizing knowledge of the truth about yourself, about the history of the world, and about the purpose of the earthly existence of people and of the earth itself. At first there are the dreamers, the visionaries, the romantics, dreaming about the future, writing and talking about the impossible. Next come the enthusiasts, who show that the project is feasible, and then the professionals, who make the fairy tale come true. And it all starts with a dream. All this began in 1989 when Nicolai Levashov conceived the idea of creating a device capable of healing people based absolutely on new principles that were still unknown to modern science, including medical science. At that time, the most suitable device available for implementing the idea was a digital watch with a calculator. Levashov explained that he attached the activation of a specific device option to each digit of the calculator, creating an effective influence on certain organs or systems of the human organism. It was operated by pressing a specific combination of keys to initiate a specific effect. Levashov described this in detail in the first part of his book, The Mirror of My Soul. For various reasons, work on the creation of the Svetel complex, a health-improving device, was delayed for 2 long decades. And it was only after 20 years had passed, after all the necessary events had taken place and the necessary conditions had been created, including meeting Feodor Shkrudnev, who heads the Russian Scientific Technical Society, that Nicolai Levashov returned to making his idea into a reality, and Nicolai and Fyodor became friends and fellows. The search for truth continued. After the digital watch, the basis of the future complex was replaced by a smartphone and later by a tablet. These were the steps on the way to the creation of what is known today as the Svetel complex, named in honor of Svetlana Levashova. One of the prerequisites put forward by Nicolai Levashov to Feodor Shkrudnev was the development of a user-friendly information-filled program for learning how the human body is organized. Various options were considered for a device suitable for the installation of the dark matter generator, full-fledged software, and the programs themselves. Such devices were created under Levashov's guidance and released into the world. However, all these devices had certain disadvantages. For example, they needed to be recharged and replaced often. Knowing the sequence of development of the earthly events that were coming, a new generation of devices were needed, which would not require being tied to a power source. On the nights of December 21st and 22nd, 2014, the program of the development of proto-energy biogenesis of the future within the framework of cosmic anthropology was started. This was the beginning of the reconstruction of the true conditions of life on our Earth.